Well, who do we have here? Huh? It's probably not a subscriber because statistically speaking, you're not subscribed. Why don't you change that? Also, you could hit the like button while you're down there. You could punch that bell right in the fucking jaw if you want to see more videos from me and be the first one to know about them. So, we smashed our like goal of 15 and we got 75 likes on the B-Tour video, which is awesome. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. But today, I'm going to show you my next commander deck. This is Hashaton, Scarab's Fist. If you don't know what he does, here's what he does. Legendary creature, zombie wizard. Whenever you discard a creature card, you may pay 2 and a blue. If you do, create a tap token that's a copy of that card, except it's a 4/4 black zombie. So many things can be done with that, and I'm sure there are plenty of routes that you can take to make for a fun game of Magic. But considering that there's blue in this and black, it's probably not going to be the most fun game of Magic for everyone. It's not a complete control deck, but there are controlling elements, and there are plenty of removal spells in this deck. However, that's not the point of the deck. The point of the deck is to discard creature card, make creature zombie. Make zombie big, make zombie strong. Strong zombie, fly zombie. Sorry. But that's beside the point. Let's see what this guy does within the context of this deck. All right, so you already know I'm discarding. I'm going to pay 2 and a blue, and I'll make a token of whatever creature that is into a 4/4 zombie. So the very first obvious engine is the discard engine. I've got that in a few different ways. Let's start with the creatures first. I have things like Mika Navigator. When this creature becomes tapped, draw a card and discard a card. Guardian New Benalia, probably not the best option, but I can discard a card, give it indestructible, and tap it. Aramoeba, discard a card, swap its power and toughness till end of turn. Souls of the Lost, additional cost to even play this card, discard a card. So I have plenty of engine pieces right here to be able to give me what I really need, which is zombies. So things like Prophet of the Scarab, it allows me to draw cards based on how many zombies I have. Ratadrabik of Urbor gives zombies vigilance. Vizier of the Scorpion gives zombies death touch, +1/+1 to zombies, afflict 3 to zombies, draw a card +1/+1 to zombies, flying zombies, +1/+1 and death touch again, amass zombies, and finally +1/+1 and menace. These are great ways to buff zombies, and again, there are plenty of options to do this. So we have our engine here, and then we have our buffs to our vehicle, and now we have a few other fun things, like this is a game changer called Notion Thief. It says flash if an opponent would draw a card, except for the first one he or she draws in each of his or her draw steps. Instead, that player skips that draw, and I draw a card. And here goes an additional turn creature. It's just fun. I could cheat it up for 3, and it's just cool because it gives me an extra turn. Sire of Stagnation. Basically a landfall for hurting your opponents. I like that a lot. This one's Lavinia Azorius Renegade. Basically, opponents can't cast spells past the number of mana they control. Gravespawn Sovereign lets me pull those creature cards that I discarded to create tokens of back from the battlefield by tapping zombies. Containment Construct. It's kind of an engine piece, but it also lets me play those cards that I discarded out of my graveyard. And then Xeno Yell Galvus, just because it's a commander card. So that's all the creatures, and there's obviously plenty of ways to make Hashaton work in your advantage just based on the creatures. But we also have some things like enchantments. First one up is a Peace of Mind. It's just another engine. Lets me discard, gain life. Another one, enchant creature. Draw a card, discard a card. Part of the engine. I can literally put it on Hashaton. I'm not going to be attacking with Hashaton very often. So here goes a couple more parts of your engine right here, and then here goes some more stuff for your zombie invasion that you've got going on, which my favorite being on Wings of Gold, which gives my zombies +1/+1 and flying. And whenever cards leave my graveyard, I make more zombies, and they get +1/+1 plus flying. It's just a, it's a fun little card right there. And then I have some stuff that I just thought would be fun to add to this deck. Like I have Propaganda. If you don't know what Propaganda is, creatures can't attack you unless their controller pays 2 for each creature they control that's attacking you. Leyline of Sanctity and Leyline of Void. I mostly added these because I really enjoy saying, I have a pregame action. Authority of the Council is kind of like Propaganda, just kind of piss people off a little bit. Tiny Bones Joy Up. I don't really have a whole lot of legendary creatures in this deck. I just added it because I like Tiny Bones. Tiny Bones is a cool little guy. And for the instance, we have like draw cards, amassing zombies, giving stuff hexproof, destroy, exile, deal damage, and destroy. Just a nice little pile of removal for you, and I really enjoy having it because it helps me keep my stuff alive. Speaking of removal, let's check out our sorceries. I have a removal, but it's also part of the engine. Bone Shards, as an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature, discard a card, destroy target creature or planeswalker. Farewell, just because it's got big blue energy of like making people be real sad. Behold the Beyond, and now I can keep playing my engine. Discard my hand, search my library for 3 cards, put those into my hand. I've got cards in my library, I could tap 3, bring those back out as token copies. Macabre Waltz, return 2 creatures from my graveyard to my hand, and then I discard a card. Pay 3, Now I got a token again. And finally, we get to the artifacts, which I have a couple that are part of the engine, like Bloodthorn Flail, makes me discard a card, a Bag of Holding, allows me to tap 2, draw a card, discard a card. But then I have zombie buffs right here, a little bit of ramp with Archaeomancer's Map, and then a little bit of removal with White Arcite, and then Mana Rocks, obviously. And you're asking yourself, like, well, what about the lands? I gotta see what the hell lands you used in this thing. But I do have one land. It's from the Avatar set called Agnaquella, which I can tap 3, draw a card, and discard a card. That's really the only reason why it's in here. So now that I've shown you this absolute pile of goodness, I'm gonna play a little quick game of Go Fish just to show you how it works and see how far we can get by around turn 5. Alrighty, let's get 7 going. We got a Notion Thief, Containment Construct, Bloodflow Thorn, a Swamp, a Choked Estuary, a Sinister Hideout, and a Focus Fire. I think I will go ahead and attempt to stick with this, and we will see how it goes. So, turn 1, draw for turn, Plains. Let's go ahead and play that Plains. And then we will untap, upkeep, draw. Turn 2. We got Evie Fry. This could be a good part of the engine. Is tap 1 to draw a card and discard a card. Whenever I discard a creature card, target creature you control can't be blocked. Let's go ahead and play the Swamp to tap 2 to go ahead and get out Hashaton. He's just going to be kind of passive, sitting there, waiting for things to happen. So turn 3, we will untap, upkeep, draw. Drew another Swamp. I will play this Choked Estuary and I will reveal a Swamp to keep it from being tapped. And then I will go ahead and tap 2 to get Evie Fry out. Go ahead and have that going for next turn because I can tap 1 to go ahead and probably get this Notion Thief out. So now we're on turn 4, untap, upkeep, draw. And let's go ahead and get this island out. And I would like to tap 1 to draw a card, and then discard a card. I drew Giza the Hellraiser, which is great. And then whenever I discard a creature card, which I'm going to discard Giza the Hellraiser, I will tap 2 and a blue, and I will create a token copy of Giza the Hellraiser. This is now a 4/4 zombie, and it has Ward 2, pay 2 life. Skeletons and zombies I control have menace, and whenever I commit a crime, which basically means I target another player, I get to create a 2/2 black and blue zombie. It also says whenever I discard a creature card, target creature you control can't be blocked this turn. I'm going to just go ahead and swing for 1 with that, and then that will trigger here. I'll create another zombie based on the committing a crime, and it's a 2/2 as well. And that will be turn 4, so on turn 5, I will untap, upkeep, and draw. And I drew Guardian of New Benalia. This is another good engine piece. I could just discard a card, it taps, and it becomes indestructible. That's about it. So I do want to get this Notion Thief out. Anyways, I will go ahead and play this Swamp for my land. We'll tap 1 for him to draw a card and then discard a card. I've got Gravespawn Sovereign, which I can tap 5 zombies and put a creature card from my graveyard to the battlefield. Currently, I have this because this is a token copy in my graveyard. Discard this Notion Thief from my hand. I'm going to go ahead and tap 2 and a blue. Enters tapped. It is now a 4/4 zombie as well. So basically, opponent tries to draw a second time. They don't. They're not going to. I'm going to draw. That's my card. And then I still have a black open. I'm going to tap that. Go ahead and play this Bloodthorn Flail. And yeah, those are my cards. So I'm going to make him unblockable, swing again. I'm going to commit that crime, create yet another zombie. And that is turn 5. On turn 6, I will untap, upkeep, and draw for turn. I got a Baleful Strix, which this would be great to have as a 4/4 zombie right now, which I think that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. I'm going to go ahead and play the Sinister Hideout. It enters tapped. So what I'm going to do is pay 1 to tap it, to draw a card, and then I will discard a card. I drew Tainted Indulgence, which I may use in a moment. I'm going to discard this Baleful Strix, and then I will tap 2 and a blue to return it to the battlefield as a 4/4 zombie with flying and death touch and menace. So right now it is turn 6. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zombies on the field. They currently have +1/+1 menace. This one has flying and death touch, and I'm stopping people from drawing more cards. This isn't like wind material at turn 6, but it is definitely kind of scary at turn 6. As you can see, I think this deck is quite synergistic. Obviously, there's always going to be good upgrades you can make to any deck. But with what I did on this first iteration, I am very happy with it. So I just thought it's cool. It's not like a zombie tribal deck, but it sure makes it feel like a zombie tribal deck whenever they're all just zombies. So yeah, that's my Hashaton Scarab's Fist deck. Now, look, I'm sure there are plenty of ways to utilize this commander in fun and interesting ways, but I feel like zombies just, obviously it made the most sense. I want to cheat out bigger guys or just things that do interesting stuff and make them zombies. I want to buff those zombies. If you want to check out the full deck list, I will leave the Mox Filled link down below. And I would love to hear what kind of engine you're running with Hashaton on your commander decks as well. So comment below, let me know what that is. I hope you enjoyed this video. So since we smashed the like goal of 15 on making this video, think on the next one, can we get 30 likes? 30 likes? I show you this Codus deck? You voted for it. Somebody voted for it. Might have been you. Might not have been, considering only 5% of you are subscribed. You could just subscribe. It didn't cost you anything. Yeah, subscribe.